Questions for Gino, please. Questions for the coach? Lady on the aisle. Yes, ma'am.
Gino, could you just talk about what you feel for these 4 seniors and what pressures they've been under this year and what they've gone through to complete the season?
Thanks, Deb.
Give him just a minute, please.
Hold on a second. I don't think they've been under any pressure. You know, we talk about that every day. We talk about pressure. And pressure is something that I guess the media or has been associated with sports. I've never associated pressure with sports. I've associated like nervous energy, anticipation, anxiety, lots of emotions, but the pressure to have to win, that's never been there, ever. What has been there is a tremendous belief in themselves that if we did it right, we're going to win the national championship. And that's been there every single day since we lost to Notre Dame last year.
Yes, sir, in the front row.
Gino, more about you guys' offensive rebounding. That's something that obviously was going to be in Connecticut's strength. But the way you guys were able to exploit it tonight in different ways, I mean, athleticism, quickness, luck, bounces, height.
Yeah, all those things probably. You know, what Oklahoma was trying to do was play a lot of the time with 4 guards and try to counter with bad matchups down at the other end, and I understand that. And what you give up on this end is you lose a little bit of the ability to block out. And they're a very good rebounding team. Oklahoma's a very, very good rebounding team. Against another team, we might have had 30 offensive rebounds tonight. But, you know, I think the challenge going into the game was for Swin, Tamika, and Asia to dominate the game. We knew they were going to take Sue and Dee out and not allow them to get as many looks and as many opportunities as possible. And they got good guards that can do that. But we felt our 3 guys up front had a huge advantage and turned out that way.
Yes, sir. Third row. Does he have a question? Go ahead.
Gino, talk about their defensive schemes. It looked like you guys had trouble getting into any kind of an offensive flow. Talk about what they did defensively.
Well, they played man-to-man the whole game. And we did what we have been known to do sometimes this year. We tried to play too fast. Oklahoma likes it when it's frenetic. They just run up and down, you know, shoot the 3, get you to help, and you know, and we went into the game and it's almost like they baited us, you know, and we fell for it, and we started playing quickly. And then when we settled down in the second half, we started getting any shot we wanted and got up 15. And we were on the verge, you know, like, and then they made a pretty good adjustment. I think Sherry did a great job changing up. She made one change. They went to a zone, and they did in the first half when we got a layup, and in the second half, Dee and Asia got impatient, and all of a sudden it's 9, 7, and we let them back in the game. You know, that's when we get in trouble. You know, people ask me before the season or during the season, what are your weaknesses? We get impatient. We want to hurry up, you know, take quick shots, make quick decisions that are, you know, impulsive decisions. Don't communicate real well all the time defensively. And, you know, give up 8 threes against a team that we said we don't want to give up any threes. You know, so it's, in a game like this, you know, every little mistake seems to be magnified. I mean, the game was going to be over, and then the kid Ross hits a 3. Like, I don't know what that hit. don't know what hit the rim, the backboard, the shot clock. I don't know what it hit. I just went in. So, you know, that's what happens in these kind of games.
Pam, go ahead.
Yeah, Gino, now that it's over, Jamel wouldn't answer this question. Are you now, do you think, the best women's basketball team ever, and where does this debate go?
It can go wherever it wants to go. I mean, people can debate it, you know, for as long as they like or for as little as they like. You know, I've always said, you know, it's, you know, we were the best team this year. You can't say best ever because it's a different era, it's a different time, different circumstances. We were the best team this year by a little bit over a really, really good team.
Take a couple more. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Gino, can you take us into the huddle at 73-67 when Diana hits that shot? And do you see the irony that a sophomore ends up taking the biggest shot of the season for this senior class?
Well, what was happening was I thought it was getting very physical in there, and it was getting very, very tough to cut and move, and it was just getting really congested also. And I didn't want to just leave it up to let's shoot a three. We would have if we had to. So my feeling was, let's put the ball in Dee's hands. She's got a little bit of a mismatch. We're going to kill some clock, and she's going to get in the lane. And when Dee gets in the lane, you're either going to have to foul her, or she's going to put the ball up on the rim, and nobody came to help. So that's what she did. Stole that play from Harry Peretta. Harry Peretta, coach of Villanova.
Yes, ma'am, on the aisle, quickly.
Along that same line, Gino, when Sue Bird was a sophomore, she had a breakthrough, presentation in the semifinal match, really dominated. You've got Diana, obviously, for 2 more years. What's your outlook for your team over the course of the next 2 years with her at the helm?
I don't think this was one of Diana's better games. I thought she, the one thing about Dee is she gets all jacked up for big, big games, and she gets like crazy sometimes. And I thought she was a little bit ahead of herself today because she wants to win so bad. Next year, you know, can't possibly be like it was this year. You know, we won't have any seniors on the team, number one. About 4 new freshmen coming in. So it'll be challenging, it'll be fresh. You know, a lot of responsibility on Dee's shoulders. I think she can handle it. And we'll see what happens.
On that leadership potential then, relative to how Sue was able to step it up after her sophomore campaign?
Well, it's different, you know. Sue had 3 high school Americans as her running mates. You know, Dee doesn't. So it's going to be a little harder on Dee. But Dee's going to handle it. I mean, can she get us back here? I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's what'll be fun next year about playing.
Final question, yes, sir.
Gino, can you just talk about the poise of the team? I mean, Asia Jones hit the jumper there when things seemed to really be coming apart a little bit for you, and Diana making the big shot, then Sue really calmly stepping to the foul line at the end.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the things that I know, and I know why, I'm not criticizing anybody, but one of the things that's obvious is, you know, how are you going to react in a close game when you've never been in one? You know? And I try to react to those situations. I try to relate to my players like real life stuff. You know, those people that we send overseas, how do we know how they're going to react when they get shot at the first time by somebody trying to kill them? You don't know, do you? So how are you going to, you know, in a way smaller scale, how are you going to react when you're on the foul line? You got to make free throws. Well, if you're the kind of kid that every day practices making free throws, and you make them, and you believe in yourself, then you're going to make them. I mean, I never had any doubt that we'd be able to play great in a close game. You know, we got kids that pride themselves in doing that every day in practice. Because we haven't had a chance to show it during the season, we may have given the impression, oh, you know, what are you going to do in a close game? You know, there was no doubt in my mind that Sue was going to make those. Now, if you told me that Swin was going to go 10 for 12, I'd say, you know, Swin's worked awfully hard on her free throws. And that's how you can tell when Swin is locked into the game, when she's making free throws. So, you know, in the biggest game of the year, kids did what we've been doing every day in practice, and that's what you have to do at this point in the season, obviously.
Coach, thank you very much. Release Gino now back to his locker room.
Thank you for everything.
You've been watching live coverage of a post-game news conference held by Gino Auriemma, the winning coach of the UConn Huskies, as he celebrates his third national championship since the year 1995. 3 of his players are with them. Also, we'll have much more with the coach and the players coming up on Sports Final. It has been a perfect ending to a perfect season for the UConn women. With trophy in hand, they will be returning home to Connecticut tomorrow afternoon. Of course, we'll have live team coverage. Now, here is the very latest information that we have. The team is scheduled to fly into TAC Air Terminal at Bradley Airport at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is in the northern part of the airport, across from the main terminal that most civilians would use. Gino will speak to the crowd there. The team will then go to Gamble for a rally scheduled for 5:30. Their route is unclear at this point. They generally take 91 south, cut across to 84 east. So some people can line the roads there to wave to the bus as it comes by. There probably will be a parade in Hartford at one day, but they have not chosen a day for that yet. The trend in past years has been to have it within days after the game in other cities. In the past, it's generally a couple of weeks after that. The Gamble event is open at 4:30 to the public in the afternoon, and of course, live team coverage of the entire event. We'll be right back. Classic Lotto, 15, 17, 19, 30, and 31.
Now, your Doppler 3000 weather with Brian Van Aken.
Hello there. We have some rain in the neighborhood for tonight. Let's check out Doppler 3000 and show you where it is. It's scattered around Connecticut. Heaviest right now just to the west of Waterbury. Here's the forecast for tonight. Look for rain to continue. Could be heavy at times, lows in the 40s. Maybe an inch of rain in some spots. Tomorrow, the rain tapers off to showers and then clearing and windy for the afternoon. We have another shot for rain for Wednesday, clearing and cooler Thursday and Friday. Dennis, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Brian. That is Eyewitness News for this Sunday night. Our next news is at 5 a.m. with Ellie and David. Sports Final is next with complete highlights and all the action from a historic night in San Antonio. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.